guys, it's Arbitrarium, and I'm here with a new video of a game called the Turing Test. It's out from Square Enix on Tuesday, August 30th, and this is the beginning. The first video is the prologue.
Your wake-up has been sanctioned by the ISA. We lost contact with the ground crew 450 hours ago. We have tried to establish further communications, but we are not getting any responses. We need you to investigate.
Okay, doesn't it make sense to do visual checks first?
We have already looked at the data. The ISA has made the executive decision that you report to the surface, post-haste. You are our emergency response.
What exactly is the emergency?
The ground crew found an organism the ISA believed to be dangerous. We need to re-establish communication.
Alright, here we go. This is our cryo chamber. Still showing our vitals, even though we're not in it. So I don't know about that. This is Tom. And we're by Jupiter, which you can see by looking out the window. Here are the rooms of all of our other people who are awake and both asleep. All of them are locked, but fortunately Tom has put up these lovely little arrows to show us which way to go. There's the crew lobby. Captain's office is locked, but fortunately the armory is
Pick up
not.
your EMT. It's on the side. Okay. We are going to take a lander to Europa. Make your way to the docking station.
Continue to follow the nice little circles. This office is open. There's actually nothing that I found in here that's important for us to keep using. But there are some emails here. This is just about Ava and the captain before she goes to sleep. She's worried about the cryo thing. Obviously she's fine because she went to cryo sleep, woke up just fine. We have our nice little arrows showing us which way to go again. I don't feel there's anything to find in this room.
What's the ship's status?
I have performed the necessary checks. The Europa lander is ready to launch.
I think that's everything wound up, Tom.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go down for the long sleep then.
Good night, Ava. I will miss your assistance. The ship will be very quiet without you here.
Night. See you when I wake up, Tom.
Residuals before nulling, -02, -04, -01. X and Z null to 0. Looking good.
Okay, good. Horizon check right on time. How's things, Christopher?
Good. I am go power descent.
I can confirm. You are go for power descent.
Roger that. I am running the PDI program. 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Engine 1 ignition. Engine burn.
Suppressing 400 alarm.
The landers are ready.
Good. Thanks, Tom. You okay now, Sarah?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Daniel. I've done this before.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's just another 10 years of my life.
Alright. And I have some supplies. I can take a look out the window. Just more fun space slip stuff. There's 4 bays, but he ideally marks the one that we need in green. And there's really only one thing to do in here.
Retro?
Go.
Fido?
Go.
Guidance?
Go.
Control?
Go.
Telcom?
Go.
Then we are go for launch, initiating.
Separate.
Engaging retrofire. I'm running the program, 80 degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Trajectory looks good. 502 alarm. It looks like we're coming in too fast.
We are slightly short of the landing site. We are going to have to burn late. Go.
Full retrograde.
Ta-da!
Open the door.
Welcome to Europa.
And here we are. This looks so hospitable.
The base has changed.
What do you mean?
The base was originally constructed as modules to withstand the seismic activity in and around Terra Magna. It appears the ground team have manipulated these modules. The base was built initially by machines. I served as the mind of these operations. I arrived first on Europa in 2240. It costs a lot to send humans into space with the necessary life support, especially such a vast distance from Earth. So, robotics built this place.
I wonder why the ground team has changed these rooms.
I have a hypothesis. These rooms are Turing tests.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together. They really have completely repurposed these rooms. I am quite impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for storage. But they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they ran out of things to do out here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
Do you know the ground team's location?
The crew are deeper inside the bases.
They must be trying to survive. Can you find their precise location?
I'm afraid not. I am working to regain control. Though I once had complete control of this base, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
So, if this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication array is malfunctioning. Perhaps we can't solve this yet.
Perhaps we can't solve this one yet. Alright,
This
so now
doesn't
we've...
add up.
What does not add up?
If there was an accident, surely they'd come to find me, not try to lock me out.
My instance is still resolving conflicts. I expect they have their reasons.
you're just learning the basics of puzzle solving here in the beginning. Basically making things available to get to when you need them.
My instance has just been updated.
Sorry?
I have 2 instances of my mind, 2 separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite, the 2 instances of my mind were separated. So, during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into 2 separate branches. I continue to learn on the satellite, and I continue to learn on the surface. I'm trying to merge the knowledge to create a timeline of what's happened here. But there are incongruities between these melodies. Conflict.
Just really getting ourselves through the beginning puzzles. Oops.
This is the command center. You can check on the crew status from here.
I think all of these are really cool. It talks about the different modules, how they work, what the air looks like, what's been disabled and what needs repair. You can take a look at all these things, talking about the medicines that are made. My favorite little comment right here. We need more ice cream. A certain someone ate all the strawberry ones. Pressure, environment, temperatures, discussions about what each person does. There I am. Oh! And as a pilot. During an exemplary service record, willingness to leave Earth for extended periods of time, she's recruited for the ISA on the exploratory mission to Chupin Zero. Her role aboard the Fortuna is engineer and vehicle officer. Sochi had no childhood interest in space travel. Instead, he spent his youth studying the life in Lake Biwa near his hometown. He went on to study marine biology, chemistry at Kyoto University. After the tragic death of his wife, he disappeared into his work and came out later as a preeminent microbiologist. Father died of cancer, became a doctor and wanted to help others. Worked in Russia and then the UN, and now he's the chief medical officer here. He's an identical triplet? That's cool. His father's an electrician, his mother's a mechanical engineer. Chris is an engineer. The McCain triplets became famous as Chris and Dan took to space, leaving Peter behind. Although an accomplished engineer, his place in this mission was also partly due to ISA being interested in long-term effects of space travel. Test results will be compared to those of Peter. So that's why we have Chris and Daniel. Sarah Brooke's parents are scientists. In her teenage years, she was sent to an English public boarding school. Brooke is one of the most eminent exobiologists in the 23rd century. For her formative work on the Mars Discovery Project, specially requested to be a part of the Yopa ground team. Though only 28 years old, she's touched the surface of 2 planetoids and spent more time on alien soil than any other member of mankind except the Mars team. Interesting. There's also a little room down here that I didn't actually find the first time I was here. Just a lot of interesting about late and canceled shipments. And some...
Tom. Start recording.
I am always recording, Daniel.
The day is January the 6th. My watch says it's 2:30 on Earth. Here we are, members of the human race, standing on Jupiter's moon Europa. I'm Captain Daniel McLean. I'm joined here by the rest of my team. It is our intention to make this moon our home and investigate life on this planet. Man's curiosity and appetite for discovery will continue to change our world for the better.
Inspiring. And might I add my congratulations to you all.
Here it is. Beautiful, isn't it? What makes this one more remarkable than the others? The way it attaches itself to other organisms. Its behavior is very abnormal. It seems to form a symbiotic relationship with most life forms. How do you mean? Do you want me to dumb it down? I know what it means. What does it do? It attaches itself to almost anything living, but it's not parasitic. It
It's quite neat. I'm trying to figure out what effect it has on my focus.
Mikhail, you seem distant.
Do I?
Yes. What's wrong? What's wrong, Mikhail? Mikhail, what's wrong? Are you listening, Mikhail? Are you able to hear? Mikhail.
I was talking to the ISA. They don't know what to do with this. The magnitude of the discovery.
We should send samples back to Earth. We need to get this to a better lab. Me and Sochi are having trouble making enough clones. We're going to run out of the necessary resources to continue studying Organism 119.
They're calling for a grounding of all Europa transport until they get your report.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's rather drastic.
I don't know what she discovered, but she sure as heck isn't allowed to let it go anywhere else. Oh, that's where we came from. This is where we're going. Alright, so that's chapter 1 and the prelude. And now we're moving on to chapter 2. See you in the next video. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will be continuing on with the Turing Test.